found an old map hidden underneath the bed. The paper was torn and faded. The ink had almost bled. It wasn't showing highways, it wasn't showing towns. It was showing all the places where I lost myself somehow. There was a road called Almost. There was a street called Too Late. There was a field called Waiting, where I stayed too many days. There was a river called Goodbye, where I dropped my dreams away, and a small forgotten corner where my heart decided to stay. I thought I needed someone else to show me where to go, but maybe the only direction was the one I already knew. I'm following the map back to myself, one broken mile at a time, finding all the little pieces I abandoned behind. I don't know exactly where I'm going, I don't know how long it takes, but every step away from darkness is a step my heart can make. I lost myself in loving, I lost myself in pain, but I hear a quiet voice inside calling my name again. There's a town called Who I Was. I visit every now and then. I walk beside the memories, I talk to my old friends. The girl who chased forever, the girl who trusted too much, the girl who thought losing herself was the price of love. I tell her I'm sorry for leaving her behind, for ignoring all her whispers, for pretending I was fine. She doesn't blame me, she only takes my hand and says, you're finally here, you're finally where you stand. Maybe healing isn't finding the person from before. Maybe healing is creating a heart that needs no war. I'm following the map back to myself, through the rain and through the cold, collecting every memory, returning what I stole. I don't have to erase the heartbreak, I don't have to hate the past. Some roads were meant to teach us, some storms were meant to pass. I'm not the girl who disappeared, I'm not the tears I cried. I'm the one who kept on walking when there was nowhere left to hide. If I get lost tomorrow, if the darkness finds my door, I'll remember this journey, I'll remember something more. I am not a broken story, I am not an unfinished song, I am every little moment that proved I carried on. I'm holding the map back to myself, and now I know the way. was never truly gone. I was just waiting in the silence for my own soul to come home. The map folds softly, the room becomes still. The morning light touches the floor. A woman traces one final line across the page, not toward the past, not toward someone else, but toward herself. And for the first time, the road feels like home. She used to wake up early just to watch the morning rise. She would open up the curtains and chase the golden light. She kept flowers by the window. She talked to the rain outside. She believed every little moment had a reason to survive. Then one day the sky changed color and the warmth began to fade. She stopped singing in the kitchen, stopped dancing through the day. The world kept moving forward, but something stayed behind. A girl with a hopeful heart, lost somewhere inside. Nobody noticed the exact moment she changed, because broken hearts don't always make a sound. She was the girl who forgot the sun, forgot how bright she used to be, forgot that she was more than everything she couldn't keep. She looked into the mirror and saw a stranger there, someone carrying oceans, someone drowning in the air. But deep beneath the darkness, where nobody could see, a little spark was waiting to remind her how to breathe. There are old songs on the radio that still know her name. They bring back little pieces of the person she became. A summer dress in the closet, a handwritten note in a drawer, a picture of a girl smiling before she closed the door. She wonders if that version would forgive her for today, for all the time she disappeared, trying to escape the pain. But that younger heart was patient. It never walked away. It waited in the quiet for her to find her way. Maybe losing yourself is not the final page. Maybe the soul gets quiet before it learns to change. She was the girl who forgot the sun, but the sun never forgot her. It waited behind the clouds until she could discover that she was still beautiful, even underneath the scars, even after all the nights that felt too dark. She didn't need to go backward. She didn't need to restart. She only needed to remember she still had a heart. Dear girl in the darkness, I know you feel alone. I know the empty mornings feel heavier than stone. Look how far you've traveled. Look how much you've survived. You are not the shadow. You are the reason you're alive. She is the girl who found the sun after years of endless rain. She found a little kindness for the parts that carry pain. She still has scars. She still has memories. She still has nights when the sadness comes back quietly. But now she opens curtains. Now she welcomes the light. Now she knows the darkness was never her whole life. She was never lost forever. She was only finding out that even broken flowers can still grow through the ground. The piano fades softly. The steel guitar cries like wind. The morning enters slowly through a window left open. A woman stands in the sunlight, not the same as before. But finally, she remembers why she was born. There is a house at the edge of memory where the lights still burn at night. The porch is covered in autumn leaves. The windows lost their shine. I haven't been there in years, but I know every room. Every corner keeps a secret. Every wall remembers you. There is a hallway full of laughter. There is a bedroom full of rain. There is a mirror in the corner that still whispers my own name. I walk through those empty spaces, searching through the dust, trying to find the person I became before us. I didn't lose my heart when you walked away. I lost it little by little every single day. This is the house where my heart went missing, where I left the girl I was, where I traded all my colors for a love that wasn't enough. Through every memory, I looked behind every door, but the person I was looking for wasn't there anymore. Then a voice from the silence said, don't you understand? You weren't lost forever. You were waiting for your own hand. The kitchen still smells like coffee. The old clock still moves moves slow. A chair sits by the window where nobody sits anymore. I remember all the mornings when I believed in forever, before forever became something that only hurt to remember. I kept your old letters, I kept your favorite song, I kept every little piece of you long after you were gone. But I never kept a promise to the person in my chest. I never told my own heart that it deserved some rest. Maybe the hardest goodbye wasn't saying goodbye to you. Maybe it was finally saying goodbye to the old me too. This is the house where my heart went missing, but I found the key tonight. It was buried underneath all the years I lost my light. I don't hate the memories, I don't wish them away. They were chapters in the story that brought me to today. But I won't live forever in rooms that made me cry. I am opening the windows, I am letting in the sky. If the girl I used to be is still somewhere inside, I hope she knows I searched for her every lonely night. I hope she knows I missed her, I hope she knows I cared, I hope she knows the silence was never because she wasn't there. This is the house where my heart went missing, but it won't be where I stay. I am rebuilding every room now, I am painting over yesterday. The girl I thought was broken was only waiting to be found. She wasn't buried in the darkness, she was growing underground. I am not my heartbreak, I am not my pain, I am not the person who couldn't escape the rain. I am the morning after, I am the breath after the storm, I am the heart that kept surviving when it forgot what it was worth. The house still stands, the memories remain, the walls still know the old pain. But the front door is open, the curtains move slow, a woman steps outside and finally knows the heart she was searching for was never missing. It was waiting to come home. I found a photograph hidden inside an old book. The corners were faded, the colors were gone, but she was still there. The girl I used to know, she was standing in the sunlight with a fearless kind of smile. Before she learned that love could leave a person behind. She had dreams in her eyes, she didn't know the weight of becoming someone else. I stared at that picture for longer than I should, trying to remember when I stopped feeling good. How do you lose yourself without ever walking away? How do you become a stranger inside your own name? This is the last photograph of me before I disappear, before the colors faded, before I became my fears. I don't remember that girl, but she remembers me. She left little pieces where I couldn't see. In every song I stopped singing, in every dream I buried deep, in every quiet moment when my heart refused to sleep. This is the last photograph of me, but maybe not the end. Maybe the girl inside the picture is still my closest friend. The house is full of memories, but none of them feel mine. A stranger walks the hallway wearing my old life. She knows where every cup belongs, she knows every door, but she can't explain why she feels empty anymore. The mirror tells the truth that nobody wants to hear. Sometimes the hardest loneliness is when you disappear. Not from the world around you, not from the people passing by, but from the person looking back into your eyes. Maybe I wasn't missing you, maybe I was missing me. Maybe heartbreak didn't end me, maybe it uncovered everything. This is the last photograph of me, but I'm still holding on. The girl inside the picture was never really gone. She was underneath the sadness, she was underneath the pain, waiting for a softer hand to call her back again. I don't need to become her, I don't need to rewind time. I just need to forgive the woman who survived the night. Dear girl in the photograph, I'm sorry I forgot your face. I'm sorry I let the world convince me you could be replaced. You were the one who carried me when nobody could see. You were the little light that stayed alive in me. This is not the last photograph of me, it's the first one I can see. The moment I stopped searching for who I used to be, because the girl inside the picture wasn't waiting in the past. She was walking beside me through every storm I had, every scar, every tear, every broken piece was leading me back to the heart beneath. This is not the end of my story. This is where I begin. The last photograph of me is the first time I found myself again. I found myself again. The photograph stays on the table. The morning light touches the frame. She smiles at the woman holding it, not because everything changed, but because after all these years, she finally recognized her own face. There is a girl behind the silence. I hear her late at night when the house is sleeping and the world turns off its lights. She whispers through the memories I buried in my mind. She asked me why I left her so far behind. She remembers summer mornings. She remembers being free. She remembers every dream that used to belong to me. Before the heartbreak found me, before the colors faded away, before I learned to disappear a little more each day. I built a wall around my heart to keep the pain outside, but I forgot the person standing on the other side. There's a girl behind the silence waiting for me to return. She carries all the pieces of everything that hurt. She knows the songs I stopped singing. She knows the dreams I threw away. She knows the name I whispered before I lost my way. I thought she was gone forever. I thought she disappeared, but she was hiding underneath all my forgotten tears. The hallway has old pictures covered underneath the dust, faces from another lifetime before everything changed for us. I touch the glass slowly, like I'm afraid she'll break, like a memory of something fragile that heartbreak couldn't take. The clock keeps moving forward, the seasons still arrive, but part of me stayed frozen on the night you said goodbye. I became good at pretending, good at saying I'm okay, while the girl behind the silence was begging me to stay. Maybe healing isn't finding who I was before the pain. Maybe healing is accepting who survived the rain. There's a girl behind the silence, and tonight I hear her voice, not asking me for answers, only asking for a choice. To stop blaming every scar, to stop hiding every tear, to finally hold the woman who has carried me for years. I don't have to be the old me, I don't have to go back there. would tell her you were never broken. You were just tired from the fight. You were carrying oceans while searching for a little light. You survived the empty mornings. You survived the endless nights. You are not the darkness. You are the reason there's a sunrise. There's a girl behind the silence, and I finally let her out. She doesn't need to scream anymore. She doesn't need to shout. She was never lost forever. She was waiting in the rain, waiting for me to remember. She still carried my name. I am not just my heartbreak. I am not what someone left. I am every breath I fought for. I am every step. And the girl behind the silence is no longer alone, because the person she was waiting for was always coming home. The piano fades like morning. The steel guitar cries one last time. The room is still, the mirror shines. A whisper fills the darkness. I remember who I am, and somewhere inside the quiet, a lost heart begins again. I used to write my name in the corners of my notebooks. Little letters, little dreams. A girl who knew exactly who she wanted to be. Then you came like summer rain, and I opened every door. I gave you every room inside me, until there was nothing more. I learned your favorite songs. I learned your every scar. I memorized your silence like a map to your heart. And somewhere in the middle of loving you so much, I forgot the sound of my own voice. I forgot my own touch. I thought losing pieces was what love required. I didn't know I was slowly disappearing. I lost my name in your heads, somewhere between forever and goodbye. I became a stranger, living underneath my own eyes. I knew everything about you, every dream, every fear, but I couldn't answer who I was anymore. I lost my name in your heads, but I'm searching for it tonight. Through all the broken memories, through all the fading lights. There's a mirror in the bedroom that I stopped looking through, because every reflection reminded me of you. The girl staring back footsteps. The walls remember your voice. The silence after losing you was louder than the noise. But beneath all the sadness, beneath everything I lost, a tiny little heartbeat still refused to stop. Maybe my soul wasn't broken, maybe it was buried deep, waiting for the moment I would finally come back to me. I lost my name in your hands, but you didn't take it away. It was hiding underneath all the words I couldn't say. I am more than who I was when I was trying to be yours. I am more than every goodbye that closed another door. I lost my name in your hands, but I found it in the rain. I heard it in the morning. I felt it through the pain. To the girl who disappeared, trying to keep someone near, I'm sorry I forgot you. I'm sorry I left you here. You were never too much. You were never hard to love. You were just searching for yourself inside somebody else. I found my name in my own hands after years of feeling lost. I found the girl beneath the ashes. I found the heart beneath the frost. I don't hate the love we had. I don't hate the way it ended. Every broken road behind me brought me where I am standing. I lost my name in your hands, but I found a stronger truth. The person I was looking for was never lost. She was always inside me. The pedal still cries like distant rain. The room goes quiet, the mirror remains. She whispers her name, not because someone remembered it, but because she finally did. I saw her standing in the hallway light, a shadow from a memory I couldn't hold tonight. She wore my old blue sweater, she had my younger eyes. She looked like someone who never learned goodbye. I reached out to touch her, but she faded like the rain, leaving only echoes and a whisper of my name. I spent so many years running from the past, never knowing the past was running after me. The ghost of who I was still walks these empty rooms. She touches all There's a song on the radio I haven't heard in years. The first note opened up a river full of tears. I remembered summer evenings, I remembered being free, before I learned to disappear from the person inside me. I used to chase the sunrise. I used to believe that broken things could heal if someone cared enough to see. But somewhere after losing you, I lost my own reflection, forgot that I was someone worth saving and protecting. Maybe I wasn't empty, maybe I was healing slow. Maybe all the silence was teaching me to grow. The ghost of who I was still whispers through the night, saying you are not the damage, you are not the goodbye, you are not the loneliness, you are not the tears you cried, you are the heart that kept beating when everything inside died. I forgive the girl who stayed when she was hurting. I forgive the heart that kept giving without receiving. She didn't know better, she only wanted love. She thought losing herself was the price of being enough. But tonight, I open the door and invite her inside, and not as a ghost, not as a memory, but as a part of my life. The ghost of who I was is becoming someone new. The girl I thought I lost was only waiting underneath. Every scar became a story, every tear became a river, every ending I survived made me stronger than before. The ghost of who I was doesn't have to haunt me anymore. She can rest beside my heart like a song I still adore. I don't need to go back to the person I used to be. I just need to love the person standing here with me. The piano standing here with me. I saw her standing in the hallway light, a shadow from a memory I couldn't hold tonight. She wore my old blue sweater, she had my younger eyes. She looked like someone who never learned goodbye. I reached out to touch her, but she faded like the rain, leaving only echoes and a whisper of my name. I spent so many years running from the past, never knowing the past was running after me. The ghost of who I was still walks these empty She knows the parts of me that heartbreak tried to erase. The ghost of who I was is not haunting me tonight. She's standing here beside me, trying to bring me back to life. There's a song on the radio I haven't heard in years. The first note opened up a river full of tears. I remembered summer evenings. I remember being free before I learned to disappear from the I remember the doorway where I stopped being me. A quiet little moment nobody else could see. No crashing glass, no goodbye, no warning in the air. Just a girl slowly fading while pretending she was there. I left pieces in the kitchen, I left pieces in the hall, I left pieces in the places where I learned to lose it all. I gave away my laughter, I gave away my light, trying to keep somebody who was already saying goodbye. Funny how you can lose yourself without leaving any trace. Funny how a heart can vanish while still beating in its place. I found the last place I left my heart, behind a door I never closed, underneath the old memories and all the words I never spoke. It was waiting in silence, it was waiting in the dark, the little piece of me that never stopped. I thought you took everything when you walked away, but you only took the version that forgot my name. There is a box under my bed, filled with things I couldn't throw. Old letters, old photographs, dreams from long ago. I found a handwritten sentence from a girl I used to know. She wrote, "Don't forget yourself, no matter where you go." I held that paper softly, like it was something alive, like a tiny little heartbeat that survived the night. And for the first time in forever, I didn't feel ashamed. I wasn't just a memory, I wasn't just your name. Maybe the heart doesn't break, it just changes shape. Maybe every ending creates another way. I found the last place I left my heart, and I brought it back home. I washed away the sadness I am more than all the pieces I collected from the cost. To the girl who went quiet, to the girl who stopped dreaming, I know you were tired, I know you were grieving. You weren't weak, you weren't broken, you weren't too hard to love. You were just searching for a home inside someone else. But you were always enough. I found the last place I left my heart, and I finally understand it wasn't lost forever. It was waiting for my hands. Every scar became a chapter, every tear became a song, every lonely road behind me showed me where I belong. I am not the girl who vanished, I am not the pain I knew, I am the woman standing here, still becoming something new. The pedal steel whispers low, the old door closes gently, the wind begins to blow. A woman touches her heartbeat and quietly says, there you are. The last place she left her heart was the first place she came home. I buried a girl under years of rain, under all the apologies, under all the pain. I covered her with silence, I covered her with fear. I told myself she was gone after all these years. She used to leave the windows open, she used to sing too loud, she used to believe tomorrow would always come around. Then life became a storm cloud, and love became a fight. She learned how to disappear just to survive the night. Nobody saw the moment when she faded away, because some hearts break quietly, a little bit every day. I buried the girl beneath the rain, but I heard her calling my name from underneath the memories, from underneath the pain. She said, I never left you, I was waiting in the dark. You were searching for a rescue, but you were always my heart. I buried the girl beneath the rain, but she was never gone. She was the little flame that kept burning all along. I found her in the old songs, I found her in the spring, I found her in the way I still wanted to believe. She was hiding in my kindness, she was hiding in my tears, she was hiding in the courage that carried me through years. The mirror used to scare me, the silence used to win, Maybe all the darkness was teaching me to glow. I buried the girl beneath the rain, but now I hold her close. I don't need to hide her anymore. I don't need to let her go. She isn't my weakness, she isn't my past. She's the reason I survived every storm I had. I don't have to be fearless, I don't have to pretend. I just have to love myself the way I needed back then. Dear girl underneath the rain, I know you felt forgotten. I know you thought the world had left you at the bottom, but every tear you cried was watering the ground. Every broken piece of you was waiting to be found. I found the girl beneath the rain, and she was still alive. A little tired, a little scared, but still trying to survive. She wasn't asking for perfection, she wasn't asking for a change. She only wanted someone to remember her name. So I opened up the windows, I let the morning in, and the girl I buried underneath started breathing again. The rain keeps falling softly, but it doesn't feel the same. The storm is still around me, but it no longer owns my name. The piano fades away, the last steel guitar cries. A woman stands beneath the clouds, looking toward the sky. Not the girl she used to be, not the person she became, but someone in between, learning how to shine again. There is a place I never talk about, a place beneath my skin, where I left all my memories and never went back in. It has an old wooden doorway, it has a broken light, it holds every version of me I couldn't save that night. I remember standing there with your goodbye in my hands, trying to hold together a life that couldn't stand. I gave away my pieces like they didn't belong, until one day I looked around and I was gone. I didn't lose myself overnight, I disappeared in small ways. A little less laughter, a little more pain. This is the place where I forgot myself, where I left my heart behind, where I became a stranger to the woman in my mind. I searched through empty rooms, I called my name in the dark, waiting for an answer, waiting for a spark. But the voice I was looking for was never far away. It was the quiet part of me that refused to fade. forgotten room. The keys are covered in dust, the walls are painted blue. I pressed one note softly, and the whole room came alive, like every forgotten dream was waiting to survive. I found a little notebook with words I wrote before, a girl who still believed there was something worth fighting for. She wrote, if someday you lose your way, don't forget where you began. Your heart is not a place someone else gets to own. Maybe the soul gets quiet when the world becomes too loud. Maybe we hide our light until we feel safe enough. This is the place where I forgot myself, but tonight I found the door. I don't have to stay forever in the pain I carried before. I can thank the broken pieces, I can honor every scar, I can leave the empty rooms and follow my own place where I forgot myself, but it won't be where I end. I found the girl I abandoned, I found my oldest friend. She wasn't waiting for someone to come and make her whole. She was waiting for me to remember my own soul. Was alone. The old room stays behind me, the door closes slow, the piano keeps a memory, the wind begins to blow. I walk into the morning with tears upon my face, not because I'm broken, but because I finally found my place. Spent years running from the quiet in my room, afraid of all the memories that followed me like ghosts. The walls knew every secret, the floor knew every tear, the silence knew my name before I disappeared. I became good at smiling when everything felt wrong. I became good at pretending I was still moving on. But underneath the laughter, underneath the light, there was a tired little heart fighting every night. Nobody saw the battle, nobody heard the sound of a soul slowly sinking while still standing on the ground. The silence knew my name when I forgot it myself. It held all my broken pieces when I couldn't help myself. It saw me in the darkness, it saw me lose my way. It waited without judgment until I found myself again. I thought being empty meant there was nothing left, but maybe all that silence was protecting what survived. There are letters in a drawer I never had the strength to read, words from a younger version of the person I used to be. She wrote about the future, she wrote about a dream, she wrote about the places she hoped someday she'd see. I wonder if she knew the storms I'd have to face. I wonder if she knew I'd forgotten my own face. Maybe she would hold me, maybe she would cry, maybe she'd say, you made it, you never really died. The hardest thing about losing yourself is finding your way back through all the fear, through all the years, through everything you lacked. The silence knew my name long before I spoke again. It carried all the memories I thought I had abandoned. It saved the little pieces I thought were gone forever. It kept a candle burning through the coldest weather. I don't need to erase the past, I don't need to run away. Every scar is just a chapter of the person I became. If tomorrow feels heavy, if the night comes back again, I'll remember the silence was never my enemy. It was the place I rested when I had nowhere to go. It was the quiet little garden where my broken heart could grow. The silence knows my name, but now I know it too. The woman in the mirror is someone I can choose. I still have old wounds, I still have rainy days, I still have moments when the sadness finds its way. But I am not disappearing, I am not fading away. I am the heartbeat underneath everything I survived today. The silence knew my name when I couldn't say it out loud. Now I whisper it myself, and it feels like coming home. The piano falls softly, the steel guitar fades like a memory. The room is quiet, but it is not empty. A woman closes her eyes, takes one slow breath, and whispers, I am still here. I am still here. There was a girl before you, with stars inside her eyes. She collected little moments. She believed in simple nights. She danced inside the kitchen. She sang when no one heard. She found magic in the ordinary. She trusted every word. Then you came like a summer storm, beautiful and warm. I thought I found forever. I thought I found my home. But somewhere in the middle of trying to make you stay, I became someone unfamiliar and slowly walked away. I changed my colors just to match your sky. I forgot the sound of my own sunrise. You never met the version of me who knew how to shine, the girl who wasn't afraid of taking up her time. You only knew the tired one, the one who learned to hide, the one who carried broken pieces and called it being fine. But somewhere underneath the person I became, there was still a heartbeat calling out my name, calling out my name. I found her in old photographs, smiling without fear. I found her in a melody I hadn't played in years. I found her in the garden where the roses used to grow. A little bit of sunlight through the winter and the snow. She wasn't angry at me. She didn't ask me why. She only held my hand gently and looked into my eyes. She said, you were never missing. You were never missing. You were only lost. You were only lost. You were learning how to carry a heart that paid the cost. Maybe love should never require a person to disappear. Maybe the greatest love is the one that keeps you here. You never met the version of me who finally came alive, the woman who stopped apologizing for trying to survive, the one who forgave the lonely nights, the one who healed the scars, the one who found a little heaven inside her broken heart. I don't hate the girl I became. She protected me somehow, but I finally found the woman who was waiting underneath. Dear old me, I know you were afraid. I know you thought the darkness would never fade. But look at your hands, Look how they've held on. Look at your heart, still beating after everything gone. You never met the version of me that I am becoming now. The one who looks into the mirror and doesn't look down. The one who carries memories without carrying shame. The one who knows tomorrow can still call her name. I am not the girl you left behind. I am not the love we lost. I am every storm I survived. I am every bridge I crossed. And if you ever wonder who I became after goodbye, I became the woman who finally chose her own life. An old photograph rests on the table. She turns it over gently. On the back, a younger version of herself wrote, "Don't forget me." She smiles softly and writes underneath, "I never did. I never did." There was a girl who carried the ocean inside her fragile hands. She carried every heartbreak, every unfinished plan. She carried people's sadness. She carried every storm. She carried all the broken things that were never hers to hold. She smiled when she was drowning. She laughed when she was tired. She kept putting out the fires that were burning her alive. Nobody saw the waves behind her quiet eyes. Nobody heard the ocean when she cried at night. She thought being needed meant she had to stay. She thought love was proving how much pain she could take. She was the girl who carried the ocean, but nobody carried her. She held the world together while slowly losing herself. She gave away her sunlight. She gave away her dreams until she couldn't recognize the person in between. But somewhere beneath the water, somewhere beneath the blue, a little voice was whispering, "You deserve saving too." I found her by the shoreline with tears upon her face, trying to return the ocean to the place it came. She said, "I don't know who I am without the weight I hold. I spend my whole life being strong. I forgot my own soul." just need to be heard. The waves kept moving forward, the sky began to clear, and for the first time in forever, she stopped running from her tears. Maybe the strongest hearts are not the ones that never break. Maybe they are the ones that learn when to release the weight. She was the girl who carried the ocean, but now she lets it flow. She doesn't have to hold the waves everywhere she goes. She can love without losing. She can care without pain. She can walk through the thunder and still find the rain. She was never just the sadness. She was never just the scars. She was always something beautiful beneath the broken parts. Dear girl by the ocean, I know you were afraid. I know you thought the world would fall if you put the burden down someday. But look at your hands now, they are empty and free. The waves didn't destroy you, they taught you how to breathe. She was the girl who carried the ocean, now she carries her own heart. She no longer disappears just to keep someone from falling apart. She still remembers the storms, she still remembers the pain, but she no longer builds a home inside the hurricane. She is not the weight she carried, she is not the tears she cried. She is the woman who survived the deepest part of the tide. The ocean keeps moving, the waves keep returning, but she stands on the shore, watching the morning, no longer drowning, no longer afraid. She places her hand on her heart and softly says, I can finally let go. There is a girl in the window every night at midnight. She watches the streetlights disappear into the night. She doesn't wave at strangers, she doesn't call anyone. She just sits with her memories until the morning comes. She wears an old sweater, she keeps the curtains closed. She knows every crack in the ceiling, she knows every place the silence goes. Nobody knows she is waiting, nobody knows she is there, waiting for someone to remind her she still belongs somewhere. I used to think she was a stranger, someone I didn't know, but every time I looked closer, I saw my own soul. The girl in the window at midnight is the girl I left behind. She has all my forgotten dreams, she has all my old sunshine. She remembers who I was before I learned to disappear, before I traded my happiness for another person's tears. The girl in the window at midnight still believes in me. She's been waiting all these years for me to finally see. There are flowers on the windowsill that she forgot to water, but somehow they keep growing through the coldest part of winter. Maybe that's the secret, maybe that's the sign. Even wounded things can survive if they are given time. The old piano in the corner still knows her favorite song. The melody is broken, but the feeling carries on. She touches every photograph, she whispers every name, like she's trying to collect herself from all the pieces of pain. Some people lose themselves, not because they don't care, but because they carry too much for too many years. The girl in the window at midnight is finally opening the door. She doesn't need to hide anymore. She doesn't need to hurt anymore. She still has rainy mornings, she still has difficult days, but she found a little courage inside the mess she made. The girl in the window at midnight is learning how to breathe. She isn't who she was before, but she's becoming free. If I could hold her, I would tell her this: you survived the nights you thought you couldn't exist. Every tear was a river that carried you through. Every broken piece was becoming something new. The girl in the window at midnight is no longer alone. She turned on all the lights inside the place she calls home. She doesn't chase the past now, she doesn't beg it to stay. She holds the memories gently, then lets them drift away. The girl in the window at midnight was never truly lost. She was waiting in the darkness to remember what she's worth. And when the morning finds her standing beneath the sun, she finally understands the hardest journey was becoming the person she was always meant to become. The rain slows down, the piano fades, the window opens, fresh air fills the room. A woman looks outside, not searching, not waiting, just breathing. And for the first time in years, the night feels peaceful. There is a name on the window A little mark from yesterday, from a girl who had a plan. She wrote it when the rain came, she wrote it when she cried. A tiny little reminder that she was still alive. The letters are fading out like everything before, but I can still see the person standing behind that door. She had a heart full of colors, she had a sky full of dreams, before the world became heavier than it ever should have been. I spent so many years trying to become invisible, until I forgot I was someone worth finding. There is a name written on the glass, and I almost washed it away. Covered it with every goodbye, covered it with every painful day. But underneath the broken letters, underneath the tears, there is still a girl remembering the person she was. Written on the glass was calling me back home. The house still keeps my secrets, the walls still know my fears, the floor remembers footsteps from all my lonely years. I became a quiet shadow, I became a fading song. I kept telling everybody I'm okay, I'm moving on. But the mirror knew the truth, the silence knew it too. A person can't survive a heartbreak and still feel broken through. I wasn't looking for another love, I wasn't looking for a sign. I was only trying to find the missing pieces of mine. Maybe the heart doesn't disappear, maybe it learns to hide, until the day we finally choose to stand on our own side. There is a name written on the glass, and tonight I say it clear. Not the name you gave me, not the person I became from fear. My own voice is returning, my own heartbeat is strong. The girl I thought was missing was waiting all along. I don't need to erase the scars, I don't need to change the past. I only need to remember I was never meant to last. To someone I was not, someone I was not. To the girl who stopped believing, to the girl who felt too small. You were carrying mountains while pretending they were nothing at all. You don't have to apologize for needing time to heal. You don't have to hide your sadness to prove your strength is real. Tried to erase it, only made the letters and every wave. The rain stops falling, the window clears, the old name remains. A woman touches the glass, smiles softly and whispers, I remember. Her name was never gone, she was only learning how to write it again. There is an empty chair beside my soul at night. Nobody sits there anymore, nobody turns on the light. It used to hold my laughter, it used to hold my dreams, before the world became heavier than it ever seemed. I placed so many memories on that empty wooden seat. Old promises, old photographs, old versions of me. I kept waiting for someone to come and fill the space, but the person I was missing was the one I couldn't face. Of a forgotten heart. There is an empty chair beside my soul, where the old me used to sit. The girl who believed in forever, the girl who never quit. I thought someone took her from me, I thought she disappeared, but she was hiding underneath all the things I feared. The empty chair beside my soul is not empty anymore. I finally invited myself back through the open door. I remember all the mornings when I couldn't feel the sun, when getting through another day felt like a battle already won. I smiled for the photographs, I answered every call, but nobody knew how far away I felt from it all. I became a stranger in the life I built myself, a book with missing pages, a story on the shelf. I wondered if the old me would even recognize my face, if she would see the sadness or the strength beneath the pain. Maybe we don't lose ourselves, maybe 'cause I finally understand I was never truly alone. To the girl I abandoned when the world became too loud, I know you carried mountains while standing in a crowd. You were never weak for breaking, you were never wrong to cry. Even the moon disappears before it learns to shine. There is an empty chair beside my soul, but the room is filled with light. The girl I thought I lost forever is walking by my side. She doesn't need perfection, she doesn't need to pretend. She only needs a little kindness from the person she became. I am not the empty spaces, I am not the love that left, I am not the pain I carried or the weight upon my chest. I am the heart that kept beating, I am the breath after the storm, I am the woman coming home to the place where she was born. The chair remains, the memories remain, the scars remain, but the room feels different. A woman sits quietly, hand over her heart, listening, not to the past, not to the pain, but to the heartbeat that never gave up. The suitcase by the doorway still remembers your hands. Dust gathers on the handle like forgotten wedding bands. I never packed my own dreams, I packed the ones we made, and folded all my laughter into the clothes you left. The coffee turned cold each morning, the calendar lost its days. Every room became a question that never spoke my name. I learned how silence echoes when nobody says goodbye. Sometimes the loudest ending never sounds like a cry. I became smaller, trying to make love stay, until there was almost nothing left of me to say. I folded myself into your goodbye, like a letter never read, pressed between old memories and everything unsaid. I wrapped my heart in sorrow so nobody would see how every piece I gave away left less and less of me. But love was never asking for my soul to disappear. So tonight I unfold slowly and leave my shadows here. as if healing was a choice. I opened one small window, then another after that. Sometimes hope returns in ordinary acts. I watered dying flowers, most of them survived, not because the rain was gentle, but because they kept trying. Maybe that's the story written underneath my skin. Not every broken season has to stay winter. The woman in the mirror looks different than before, not untouched by sorrow, just afraid no more. I folded myself into your goodbye. Now I unfold with dawn every tear that once felt endless. Help me carry on. I don't need to erase you. I don't need to rewrite time. I only need to remember this heart is finally mine. The pages keep turning, the sky begins to change, and even after heartbreak, love can wear another name. If I meet the girl who waited by the door, I'll sit beside her quietly, like no one did before. I'll tell her, you don't have to disappear to deserve someone's embrace. The love you've been searching for has always known your face. I folded myself into your goodbye, but I will not stay there. I was made for open windows and breathing open air. Every scar became a compass, every night became a guide, leading me back gently to the woman still inside. I am not the empty hallway, I am not the closing door. I am every sunrise worth waiting for. The last page closes. The morning enters quietly. The suitcase stays by the doorway, but it is no longer packed. She picks up only what is hers, leaves the rest behind, walks into the light with empty hands and a heart that finally has room to bloom. There is a room in my house nobody ever enters. The curtains stay closed, the air feels like December. The walls hold every secret I was too afraid to say. Every tear I swallowed, every word I pushed away. There is an old chair by the window where I used to disappear. would sit there with my sadness and let it stay for years. I thought hiding all my pain would make it fade away, but the heart remembers everything the mouth is too afraid to say. I spent my whole life running from the feelings I denied, until the silence became the place where all my truth survived. This is the room where my tears learn to sing, where my broken heart found a voice, where the girl who lost herself finally made a choice. She said, I know you are tired, I know you feel alone, but you don't have to carry every storm on your own. This is the room where my tears learn to sing, where my sadness became a song, where I found the missing pieces I thought were gone. The piano in the corner hasn't played in years, but tonight I touch the keys and they answer through my tears. The melody is fragile, the notes are soft and slow, like a forgotten part of me finally learning how to grow. I found my old journal, the pages were torn and worn. Inside was a girl who believed she could survive any storm. I wanted to tell her sorry for leaving her behind, for forgetting she was beautiful, for losing sight of her light. Maybe we don't heal by forgetting, maybe we heal by understanding. The person we became was only trying to save us. This is the room where my tears learn to sing, where my loneliness lost its hope, where the heart I thought was empty started feeling warm again. I don't hate the nights that broke me, I don't hate the roads I walked. They brought me to the moment where I finally learned my worth. To the girl who cried in silence when nobody knew her pain, to the girl who kept pretending she was standing in the rain. I see you, I hear you, I know why you hid. You were never weak, you were surviving, you were doing what you could. This is the room where my tears learn to sing, and now the windows open wide, the sunlight touches every corner, where my broken dreams survive. I still have scars, I still have memories, I still have nights when sadness visits me, but I am no longer disappearing. I am no longer lost. I am the heart that kept on beating, no matter what it cost. This is the room where my tears learn to sing, and the song belongs to me, not the person who hurt me, not the past I couldn't leave, the girl I thought I lost forever was waiting patiently. She wasn't asking to be rescued, she was waiting last piano note, the last piano note, the last piano. The room, the chair is still there. The memories remain, but the woman sitting in it is different now. She closes her eyes, breathes slowly, and sings for herself. There is a room in my house nobody ever enters. The curtains stay closed, the air feels like December. The walls hold every secret I was too afraid to say. Every tear I swallowed, every word I pushed away. There is an old chair by the window where I used to disappear. I would sit there with my sadness and let it stay for years. I thought hiding all my pain would make it fade away, but the heart remembers everything the mouth is too afraid to say. I spend my whole life running from the feelings I denied until the There was a girl who lived in yesterday, behind a faded photograph. She kept the door unlocked for a love that never came back. She saved every old message, she remembered every word, she replayed every moment until the memories hurt. She wore the same old sadness like a coat against the cold. She held on to the past because the future felt unknown. The world kept moving forward, the seasons changed their names, but she stayed in that same moment where everything became pain. Nobody told her that memories can become a cage. Nobody told her you can love something and still walk away. She was the girl who lived in yesterday, waiting for a door to open, waiting for a voice to say the things that remained unspoken. She held on to broken pieces like they were all she had. Forgot that broken things can become something beautiful again. She was the girl who lived in yesterday, but yesterday wasn't home. It was only a place she visited when she felt too alone. The old house by the river still remembers her name. The tree still whispers softly about the girl before the rain. She used to paint the sunrise, she used to chase the stars. She used to believe a wounded heart could still become a heart. But life became a heavy blanket she couldn't pull away, and every little disappointment added weight to every day. She stopped asking soul gets tired before the body knows. Sometimes we lose ourselves, just trying not to let go. She was a girl who lived in yesterday, but tonight she found the key hidden underneath the memories of who she used to be. She doesn't have to hate the past, she doesn't have to pretend. She can thank the girl she was and let her finally rest. Little girl in the photograph, I know you waited so long. I know you thought the world forgot you. I know you thought you were gone, but every tear you cried was watering the ground. Every dream you buried was waiting to be found. She was the girl who lived in yesterday. Now she's walking into dawn, carrying all the memories, but no longer holding on. She still misses certain moments, she still feels the rain, but she doesn't let the sadness define her name. The girl who lived in yesterday finally stepped outside. She found the road ahead of her, she found her own sunrise. She wasn't broken forever, she wasn't lost beyond repair. She was only waiting quietly for herself to be there. The old photograph stays on the table, the room becomes still, the piano fades like a memory, the rain stops falling. She closes the door behind yesterday, turns toward the morning and whispers, I am here. I miss the girl who opened every window just to let the morning in, who believed old photographs could keep forever close. She danced barefoot in the kitchen while coffee slowly brewed. She sang the songs on the radio, even when she missed the words. She laughed without permission, she cried without disguise. She never knew how heavy silence could become. Sometimes I wonder if she still remembers me, or if I'm only a faded dream she left behind. I miss the girl before the goodbye, before my heart learned how to hide, before every empty room started echoing your name. I miss the way she looked alive, like tomorrow always came. Now every sunrise asks me favorite coffee cup still sits beside the sink. A tiny crack runs through the handle, but it never stopped holding warmth. The old wind chime still sings on rainy nights. Its melody sounds like a memory, trying not to disappear. I keep collecting little pieces, the scent of cedar wood, a faded blue scarf, the smell of spring rain, as if ordinary things can lead me back to extraordinary days. Maybe hearts don't lose themselves, maybe they grow quiet, waiting for someone to listen again. I miss the girl before the goodbye, but I don't miss the pain. I don't miss pretending everything was okay. I miss believing love didn't require disappearing. I miss trusting my own reflection, but every step I take tonight brings her voice a little closer. If I could sit beside her now, I'd never warn her not to love. I'd only tell her, when the world breaks your heart, don't let it convince you to break your own. Keep one small corner untouched by sorrow. You'll need it to find your way home. I miss the girl before the goodbye, but maybe she grew into me. Maybe she isn't trapped inside yesterday. Maybe she's every quiet choice I'm making now, every gentle word I finally say to myself. Every sunrise I stay to watch, every breath I choose to keep. I don't have to become who I was, I only have to become someone she recognized, someone she'd embrace, someone she'd be proud to call home. The piano lingers like the last light of evening. The pedal steel drifts across an empty field. A window opens, the curtains move, the wind carries one familiar laugh, not from the past, but from somewhere inside. She was never asking to be found, only to be remembered. I found my old blue notebook hidden underneath the bed. The pages smelled like summer before my world turned gray. Every dream was handwritten like it couldn't disappear. A girl who talked about forever lived inside those years. She wanted little things porch swing in July, a kitchen full of laughter, someone to hold at night. I traced her careful handwriting with shaking fingertips, and wondered when her hopeful heart slipped quietly from my grip. Nobody heard the moment when she slowly disappeared. There was no thunder, no goodbye, only quieter days and heavier nights. Somebody stole the girl I used to be, left her memories behind, took the laughter from her voice, but couldn't steal her life. I'm still wearing her old sweater, I'm still humming her old songs, trying to remember where my heart belongs. If you ever see her smiling, tell her I'm still here, learning how to find the road back through all these years. The mailbox still leans sideways, just like it always has. The old oak tree still dances whenever the wind goes past. The whole world kept on breathing without asking if I could. Funny how tomorrow comes even when today feels misunderstood. There's a crack across the window that catches evening gold. Broken things can still hold beauty if somebody lets them glow. Maybe that's the lesson hidden in the light. Not everything that's fractured has reached the end of life. Grief borrowed my reflection, hope kept my name. One stayed for a season, one quietly remained. Somebody stole the girl I used to be, or maybe she just hid somewhere underneath the silence when no one ever looked. She's still in Sunday mornings, she's still in fall and rain, she's still in every melody, calling out my name. Maybe I don't have to chase her, maybe I only need to become the kind of woman she'd still believe. To the girl with scraped up knees who thought love could heal the world, I'm sorry life grew heavier than your small hands could hold. But your kindness wasn't wasted, your dreams didn't disappear. They've been sleeping underneath every faithful tear. Nobody stole the girl I used to be. She was waiting in the dark, keeping every little ember safe inside my heart. Every scar became a river, every tear became the sea, and every mile I wander led me back to me. I'm not who I once imagined, I'm softer than before, but sometimes softer hearts can carry so much more. The felt piano breathes its final chord. The pedal steel drifts into silence. Outside, the first birds greet the dawn. She closes the notebook, places it gently on the shelf, looks into the mirror and whispers with a trembling smile, I've been looking for you. I'm finally here. There's a room inside my heart, no footsteps reach anymore. The windows wear forgotten light, the curtains barely move. Dust settles on old promises, like snow that never melts. Even echoes sound exhausted from calling out my name. Every chair sits waiting, every picture hangs askew, as if time itself stopped breathing the day I lost you. I kept the door unlocked for memories to return, but only silence found its way inside. There's an empty room inside my heart where I forgot who I could be. Every wall remembers laughter that no longer belongs to me. I keep rearranging shadows, trying to make them feel like home, but every night reminds me how lonely silence grows. If I ever find the key hidden beneath these years, maybe I'll unlock the woman who disappeared with all my tears. The old piano in the corner still holds a single chord, waiting for gentle fingers to believe in music once more. A cracked ceramic teacup rests beside the window frame. Its broken edge catches sunlight like hope, learning my name outside. The seasons keep changing, spring doesn't ask permission, wildflowers bloom beside the fence, even after harsh winters. Maybe the world keeps whispering something I've forgotten. Maybe healing arrives quietly before we even notice. Grief built these empty walls, love can build the windows, one slow sunrise at a time. There's an empty room inside my heart, but tonight it feels less cold. I open one small curtain and watch the morning glow. I don't have to fill the silence, I don't have to erase the past. Some rooms are meant for grieving before they bloom at last. quiet courage. Every lonely year, there's an empty room inside my heart, and I finally understand it wasn't built for loneliness. It was waiting for my hand, so I'll paint these walls with mercy, hang new dreams where old ones fell, hope in every shutter, and let the daylight dwell. The echoes will grow gentler, the silence will become peace, and one slow breath at a time. The empty room inside my heart will become a place where I can finally live again. Live again. The pedal steel sighs like distant wind. Morning settles through the open window. Dust dances in the golden light. The room is still, but it is no longer empty. A quiet heartbeat remains, and for the first time it sounds like home. There's a lighthouse on the shoreline where I used to watch the tide. Its paint is turned to weathered white, its light still cuts the night. I stood there every Sunday, counting ships beyond the waves, believing every distant sail would somehow bring you home. Now the sea keeps all its answers, the wind forgets my voice, even the gulls fly circles like they're searching for a choice. I press my hand against the storm, cold beneath the rain, wondering if this lonely tower still remembers my ocean never promised it would return what it takes, but it always leaves behind something shaped by every wave. The lighthouse forgot my name long before I did. Its lonely beam keeps turning, looking for the girl I hid. Every wave erased another footprint from the shoreline of my soul, until I couldn't tell which memories were mine to hold. If the light can still keep shining through the darkest sea, maybe somewhere in the distance there's still a light for me. Gathers dust on a weather-beaten shelf, filled with names of passing sailors and pages about the weather. I search between the faded ink for the woman I once knew. Instead I find a blank white page, waiting for something new. The tide carries driftwood, sea glass So I climbed the spiral staircase, one careful step at a time. Every turn feels like a season, every breath rewrites my life. At the top I reach the lantern, wipe away the salt and dust. The light wasn't gone forever, it was only waiting for someone to tend the flame. The lighthouse forgot my name until I spoke it out loud. Not with anger, not with shame, but like a prayer carried by clouds. The sea kept all the old versions, the wind released my fear, and standing in that morning light, I finally saw it clear. I wasn't lost forever, I was becoming someone true. The lighthouse didn't guide me home, it taught me I could become the light too. The pedal steel drifts like the tide, the waves keep breathing against the shore. The lantern glows, the morning rises, the woman turns toward the sea, not searching anymore, just watching the horizon open. I found a building no map could ever find. Its windows held reflections from another life. Inside were empty hallways covered in faded light. Every room was labeled with pieces I left behind. A pair of dusty boots, still covered in summer fields. A red ribbon from my hair, back when laughter came easy. A cracked coffee mug with lipstick on the rim, proof that someone lived here before the silence moved in. Every memory whispered, welcome back, but none of them recognized my voice. This is the museum of who I used to be. Every photograph remembers what I can barely see. My smile hangs on the walls, my dreams behind. Written by my past. If I stand here long enough, will the pieces know my name, or am I only visiting a stranger wearing my face? There's an old piano still holding one last chord. The wood is scratched and weathered like a heart that kept the score. The hallway smells like cedar and rain on worn out denim. Somehow even silence carry a perfume. I reach toward an old mirror, clouded by the years. For one brief second, she reaches back, then disappears. Maybe memories are not asking me to stay. Maybe they're only showing me the road that leads away. This is the museum where grief learned my name, where every empty picture frame still quietly remains. But nothing here is breathing, nothing here can grow. The girl I came searching for isn't trapped below. She isn't in the photographs, she isn't in these rooms. She's somewhere beyond the doorway, waiting for me to move. Leave the echoes talking to the empty night. Some places are for remembering, not for living in. Love doesn't ask us to stay inside the past. This was the museum of who I used to be. But I am not an artifact, I'm still becoming me. I'll carry every lesson I'll leave behind the glass. I'll thank the woman I once was, then gently walk past. The doors close slowly, morning floods the sky. Outside the air feels different, the wind speaks my name. Not the name heartbreak gave me, the one I almost forgot, the one that still belongs to me. Piano note melts into silence, the pedal steel sighs like an old friend smiling. A single bird begins to sing, the museum stands behind me. Its doors remain open, but this time I don't go back. There's an old train station at the edge of this town. The paint is peeling, the clocks don't make a sound. The benches still remember people who never came back. Every suitcase left behind looks a little like my past. I walk those empty platforms with your goodbye in my coat, listening for a whistle that never found my soul. Some trains carry strangers, some carry dreams away. Mine carried the woman I used to be. Ticket for took another piece of me, until the only passenger was loneliness beside me. If you hear my name echo through these tracks, tell it I'm still trying to find my way back. A paper cup of coffee steams against the cold, the same way hope survives, even when hands grow old. A little girl laughs, running past the rails. For a moment, the whole world remembers how to smile. I close my eyes and hear my younger voice, not asking for perfection, only asking to be chosen. Maybe I wasn't abandoned, maybe I was paused, waiting for the courage to board a different train. This is the station where I almost disappeared, where silence learned my heartbeat better than my fears. I watched 1,000 departures, thinking mine was done, never seeing the quiet platform, waiting for the rising sun. I'll leave the empty suitcase, I'll leave the borrowed pain, I'll travel only with the pieces of my name. This is the station where I found myself again, not all at once, but one sunrise, one deep breath, one forgiving step. The trains still come and go, the seasons still will change, but this time, when they call my name, I won't stay behind. I'll carry my own heart into the light. Into the light. The piano lingers like a train fading into distance. The pedal steel sings one final lonely note. Morning settles over the platform, a single train arrives, the doors open. She picks up one small suitcase, smiles through quiet tears, and finally gets home. The closet door is open, your side is empty now. Mine is still full of dresses. I don't remember buying. The calendar says April, but every room feels November. clock keeps moving forward while my heart stays somewhere behind. I found my favorite sweater, folded in the hallway. I picked it up and couldn't remember the last time I felt like the woman who wore it. Maybe you didn't take the best part of me. Maybe she simply walked away the day you did. She left without packing, didn't leave a goodbye, just vanished between one heartbeat and another sleepless night. She left a coffee cup, she left her favorite songs, she left a house full of memories, but somehow she took herself along. I'm still here, paying the bills, watering the flowers, answering the phone, but the woman living this life feels borrowed, like I'm wearing somebody else's soul. There's a grocery list still hanging on the fridge. Milk, bread, wildflowers call mom. Funny how life keeps asking for ordinary things, even when nothing feels ordinary anymore. The dog still waits beside the front door, like love can undo what goodbye already wrote. Depression never shouted, it whispered every morning, you can do it tomorrow, until I forgot who I was today. She left without packing, but I still hear her laugh. It hides inside old records and cracked family photographs. Sometimes in the kitchen, when the evening light comes through, I almost hear her humming the song she always knew. Maybe she isn't gone, maybe she's just buried under all the quiet I've been carrying. If you find her, tell her the roses bloom. Tell her the little bluebird still visits every June. Tell her the house survived winter. Tell her the rain finally stopped. Tell her I'm still saving her place at the table she left without packing. But tonight I found her coat, still hanging where she left it, soft with familiar folds. I slipped it on, closed my eyes, and for one fragile moment it fit. Not because the pain was over, not because the memories were gone, but because somewhere inside this broken heart, she had been waiting for me to come home all alone. All alone. The pedal steel sighs into silence outside. The porch light flickers inside. A woman stands before the mirror. She doesn't smile, not yet. But this time she whispers, I remember you. Who did I become? There's an empty chair still facing the window. I pass it every morning like it's waiting for someone. Maybe it's waiting for me, the girl who used to sing while washing coffee cups, who danced barefoot across cold wooden floors, who believed every sunrise was another chance. I haven't seen her in a very long time. Somewhere between loving you and losing you, I misplaced myself. Who did I become after you were gone? Why does this old house feel like somebody else's home? I know these hands, I know this voice, but I don't remember making all these choices. If my heart still knows me, why can't my mind? Why do I spend every morning trying to recognize my own life? The old blue coat still hangs beside the door. Its pockets hold ticket stubs from a world that doesn't exist anymore. There's a little crack running through the mirror. Funny how it only appeared after you disappeared. Even the flowers bloom without asking why. Only people carry seasons inside. Simply moved in and rearranged every room within. Who did I become while surviving the silence? How many pieces did I trade for tomorrow? I kept breathing, I kept walking, I kept saying I'm alright, but every step felt borrowed from another life. If I could meet the woman I used to be, I wouldn't ask her to save me. I'd only sit beside her, listen to her laugh and tell her one day you'll find your way back, not by forgetting, not by pretending, but by forgiving the heart that kept beating. Oh, who did I become? Maybe someone softer, maybe someone quieter, maybe someone stronger than she knows. The girl I lost didn't disappear. She scattered herself through every scar, every tear, every sunrise. I survived, and now I'm gathering those pieces, one gentle morning at a time. The piano holds one final chord. The pedal steel fades into the wind. A robin sings outside the window. The empty chair is still there. But this morning I sit in it, and for the first time it feels like home. Who did I become? Every morning I meet a woman in the mirror. She knows my eyes, but not my smile. She brushes back her hair like she's waiting to remember someone who disappeared a long time ago. The coffee grows cold, the house stays quiet, even the clock sounds lonely now. Did I lose you? Or did I lose myself? Trying not to lose you. She still lives in my reflection, but I can't reach her anymore. She's standing on the other side of a memory-shaped door. She wears my face, she speaks my name, but every day she feels a little less the same. If she's still somewhere inside me, tell her I'm on my way. Even if it takes forever, I'll find her someday. The piano remembers every tear I never cried. The old steel guitar still trembles with goodbye. Dust settles slowly across forgotten frames. Some memories fade softly, some never change. I keep wearing yesterday like an old winter coat, too heavy for spring, too familiar to let go. Grief has a quiet voice, it doesn't scream, it slowly rearranges everything you believe. She still lives in my reflection, somewhere behind these tired eyes, hidden underneath the silence where forgotten hope survives. I'm following footprints only my heart remembers. Don't close the door, don't say goodbye. I've been lost, but I'm still trying. She still lives in my reflection, and tonight I almost smiled. Not because the hurt is over, but because I saw her eyes for just a second. She looked back at me, not with sadness, not with fear, but with a quiet promise that healing has a face, and one slow heartbeat at a time, it starts to look like mine. The piano fades into silence, the pedal steel sighs like the wind. A single breath, a whispered name. The morning light touches the mirror. This time I don't look away. I don't know my name anymore. There's a jacket by the doorway I forgot was mine. The sleeves still smell like autumn from another life. There's a photograph on the dresser smiling back at me. She looks like someone I remember, but she doesn't feel like me. I keep opening old drawers, searching through the dust, looking for the woman who believed in love enough. Somewhere between your goodbye and all these empty rooms, I became a stranger to my own truth. If I called my own name, would my heart answer back? Or did I leave it somewhere on the road you never came back? I don't know my name anymore. It disappeared with yours, somewhere between forever and a closing door. I'm wearing my own skin, but it feels borrowed now, living in a familiar house. I don't know how every mirror shows a face I almost recognize, but the light behind her eyes faded with goodbye. The piano knows the silence better than I do. Every note remembers the nights I cried for you. The steel guitar keeps weeping like it knows my soul, playing every missing piece I can no longer hold. Winter found the garden before the leaves could turn. Even flowers lose themselves, waiting for the sun's return. Maybe grief isn't loud, maybe it quietly stays, changing every little part of who we thought we'd be. I choosing to retreat. Maybe there's a version still waiting somewhere deep beneath the shattered memories. She never stopped believing. If you ever find the girl I used to be, tell her I'm still looking. Tell her I never meant to leave. Tell her the world became too heavy. Tell her I got lost inside the grief. But if she's still waiting, tell her don't give up on me. Maybe I don't know my name, but I remember this. I still cry at old songs. I still stop for sunsets. I still close my eyes when the cold wind blows. So maybe my soul never really left. Maybe she's been whispering beneath all this silence, waiting for me to come home. The last piano note falls into the room. The pedal steel fades like a distant memory. A single breath, a single heartbeat, a whisper. So there you are, not completely healed, not the same as before, but no longer completely lost. There was a shadow in the mirror that looked exactly like me. It knew all of my memories. It knew all my history. It wore my favorite sweater. It carried my old scars. But there was something missing behind those tired eyes. I watched her wake up every morning. I watched her go through the day, a person moving forward while her heart stayed far away. She answered every question. She smiled when she had to, but nobody saw the silence growing deeper inside you. How can someone disappear while standing in the light? How can a heart feel invisible in a world so full of life? The shadow that wore my face was the woman I became after giving all my pieces, trying to keep someone the same. She carried every goodbye. She carried every scar. She forgot she was a person before she was someone's heart. The shadow that wore my face almost made me believe that all I was created for was everything I couldn't keep. My voice from years ago, a girl who laughed so freely, a girl who let the whole world know. She talked talked about her dreams. She talked about where she'd go. She sounded like a stranger, but I missed her more than I knew. I played it in the darkness, I listened through my tears, hearing someone I had lost for far too many years. And then I heard her whisper through the static and the pain, you don't have to find me, you only have to stay. Maybe I wasn't gone forever, maybe I was underneath, waiting for a little kindness, waiting for myself to believe. The shadow that wore my face is slowly letting go. She doesn't have to hide anymore, she doesn't have to feel alone. The mirror isn't frightening, the silence isn't cold, because I finally see the woman that my broken heart still holds. The shadow that wore my face was never my enemy, she was just the tired version that protected the rest of me. I forgive the nights I vanished, I forgive the years I lost, I forgive the heart that stayed too long, counting every cost. I was never weak for breaking, I was never wrong for crying. Even the strongest rivers need somewhere to stop and rest. The shadow that wore my face is becoming part of me. Not a ghost, not a stranger, not someone I need to leave. She taught me how to survive, she taught me how to stay. She carried me through darkness until I found another way. I am not the person who disappeared, I am not the pain I knew, I am every broken morning that I somehow made it through. The shadow that wore my face now stands beside my soul, and for the first time in forever, I finally feel whole. The mirror stays quiet, the room fills with dawn, the shadow fades softly, but the woman remains. A hand touches the glass, a whisper fills the air. I know you, and this time the reflection answers back. Answers back. I carried your storms like they were mine to hold. I carried every secret, every story left untold. I carried all the silence that lived inside your eyes. I carried every broken piece you left behind. I became the shelter when my own roof fell apart. I kept pretending I was strong while collapsing in my heart. Nobody saw the cracks forming, nobody heard the sound of a tired little soul slowly sinking underground. I thought love meant carrying everything. I thought strength meant never falling. But even the strongest hands need somewhere to let go. This is the weight I was never meant to carry. The pain I made my own, the battles I kept fighting. When I should have gone home, I wore it like a necklace. I held it like a name. I forgot that I was drowning while trying to stop the rain. This is the weight I was never meant to carry. And tonight I set it down. I am not the things that hurt me. I am not the tears I found. There is a girl in the mirror with tired and gentle eyes. She has been waiting patiently behind all my disguises. She doesn't ask for answers. She doesn't ask me why. She only wants to feel alive before another night goes by. I tell her I'm sorry for leaving you alone, for searching for a place to belong when you were always home. She touches my reflection. She whispers, let it go. You don't have to hold the ocean just because you know it flows. Maybe healing is not becoming stronger. Maybe healing is becoming free. Maybe the bravest thing I've ever done is finally choosing me. This is the weight I was never meant to carry. And I feel my hands let go. The world doesn't fall apart when I stop saving everyone I know. I can miss what we had. I can love what is past without destroying myself to make something last. This is the weight I was never meant to carry, and my heart can breathe again. I am more than all the damage. I am more than where I've been. Oh. To every version of me that survived another night, to every silent battle that nobody saw inside, I don't need to apologize for being tired and afraid. Even flowers need the darkness before they grow again. This is the weight I was never meant to carry, and I leave it in the rain. I don't need to hate the past to finally heal the pain. The girl who held the world together can finally rest her hands. She doesn't need to be a hero. She just needs to understand. She was never too broken. She was never too much. She was only a heart that needed a little love. This is the weight I was never meant to carry, and now I'm finally free. The person I was searching for was always waiting inside me. play softly. The rain disappears. The room becomes quiet for the first time in years. There is no battle, no pretending, no wait, just a heartbeat and a woman learning how to breathe again. I don't remember the moment when I stopped feeling alive. Maybe it was 1,000 small things, maybe 1,000 goodbyes. Maybe it was the mornings when I couldn't leave the bed. Maybe it was the nights when I cried silently instead. I became an expert at saying I'm okay, while my heart was screaming for someone to stay. I carried every burden like it belonged to me, until I forgot the simple feeling of just being free. I was so busy surviving, I forgot I was alive. I was so busy holding on, I forgot I could let go sometimes. That was the last time I forgot to breathe, the last time I disappeared, the last time I blamed my heart for all the things it feared. I was not made to carry oceans with these fragile hands of mine. I was not made to lose myself just to make somebody shine. That was the last time I forgot to breathe, the last time I lost my way, because somewhere underneath the sadness, a part of me still stayed. There is a chair by the window where I spent so many nights, watching strangers passing by, living ordinary lives. I wondered if they knew how heavy a heart could be, how someone could be surrounded and still feel empty. I kept old conversations like letters in a drawer, reading every broken sentence, looking for something more. But the answer wasn't hidden in the words you left behind. The answer was the person I abandoned in my mind. Maybe I wasn't fading, maybe I was finding space. Maybe losing who I was made room for who I'd become someday. That was the last time I forgot to breathe, the last time I gave away my soul, the last time I called myself broken because I couldn't stay whole. I can miss the love we had, I can mourn the person I lost, but I don't have to sacrifice myself to prove what love cost. That was the last time I forgot to breathe. Now I hear my heartbeat call, a quiet little reminder that I survived it all, that I survived it all. till nobody could see. To the girl who kept forgiving everyone but me. I know you were exhausted, I know you were afraid, but every breath you fought to take was a promise you were making. This is the first time I remember breathing, the first time I feel the air, the first time I look into the mirror and see somebody there. Not a shadow, not a memory, not a person left behind, but a heart that kept on beating through the darkest nights. I am not my exhaustion, I am not my pain, I am not every storm that called my name. I am the woman who survived, the woman who stayed, the woman who finally learned she was worth saving. Piano, the steel guitar cries into the distance. The rain stops, the room is still. She closes her eyes, takes one deep breath, and whispers, I am here. For the first time, she believes it.